Yes, guys, GRP are live on YouTube. It's me, Larry Olabamiro, and
Mr. L Rock.
Yeah, and as always, we're gym rats and actors giving you our perspective on everything entertainment, especially movies and TV. And this is our spoiler live stream of sorry about that.
Wakanda Forever.
Yeah, Black
the
Panther
spoiler.
Wakanda Forever. I actually watched it again today, you know. Yeah.
This is an impromptu one. It wasn't really planned.
Yeah.
But we're going to do it anyway.
Yeah.
That's how we like it. Energy.
Exactly.
Energy.
So, what we're going to do is go through a couple things in the film. We can do spoilers now.
Because by now you should have seen it, Damien.
Yeah. and then please, if you could send us some super chats to us, we'll prioritize the questions that come on super chats other than the other ones, the normal ones. If you could please support the channel on that level, we would really appreciate it. Yeah.
Yes.
So, you haven't had a chance to watch it again, have you?
No, and I don't want to watch it again.
Really?
No.
I think you should. I think you should. I watched it again today. Just before we started.
And?
It kind of solidified what I thought of it initially. But yeah, it's not a bad film. I said I again stick with my original score of 7 out of 10. Yeah, so
I started with 5. Then I went up to 6 for Angela.
Yeah.
And then when I reflected and pondered on it deeply, I was like, nah, it's a 5.
I think that's harsh.
It's a 5.
I think that's harsh.
5. You know what?
Let me ask you this. Before we get going.
All right.
Is it better than Doctor Strange 2, Multiverse of Madness?
No.
I think it is.
I think it's about the same. Different, obviously, but I wasn't blown away by Doctor Strange, and I wasn't blown away by this.
Yeah, but I'm not whether you're blown away or not.
I think it's on.
You think they're both?
I think they're level paring.
Okay.
I really do.
I think this is better than Doctor Strange. I definitely think this is better than Doctor Strange. Do you think it's better than Love and Thunder then?
Oh, totally. Totally. But Love and Thunder was like a 2 in my... That was a 2. I think... listen, I think Tom and Jerry's better than Love and Thunder right now. Tom and Jerry. Everything's better than Love and Thunder.
I think it's universal that Taika Waititi should just leave Thor alone.
Yeah.
I think
you're done out here.
I think the next Thor film should be done by someone completely different.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
New concept, angles.
Just tone down the comedy, man. I personally thought he got the balance right with Ragnarok.
Definitely.
And then he just went too far with Love and Thunder.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Way too far.
Are you talking about orgies in a PG-13 film? Like, how does that make sense?
I just don't think there's any...
How did Disney allow
There's
that?
no need, there's no room, there's no point.
But anyway, so Black Panther. Like I said, I had a few problems with this film. The first problem was literally a few minutes into the film when they were talking about T'Challa's death. And I made it very vocal to my man here, who agreed with me, obviously.
Yes.
And I'm surprised this isn't more of a subject.
A talking point.
Yeah.
Because I was looking for it. And I didn't see it.
Yeah.
I didn't see it.
The only reviewer that I saw mention it, that he... but he didn't make a big deal out of it, was the Critical Drinker.
Okay.
Yeah,
big up the Critical Drinker.
Big him up. I like watching this stuff. Although you're harsh, a bit too harsh sometimes, I have to say. He's the one that came up with the Letitia Wright makes a garden rake look obese.
Yeah.
But saying that, she could have done some training.
But in saying that, the same way a lot of Marvel heroes do some training.
Yeah. She knew what she was.
She could have ate a little bit of chicken and broccoli.
64-year-old Angela Bassett is looking wench. Like, that's all I need to say. Yeah.
Angela Bassett,
64.
You are a
vampire
and a role model, because she still looks as good as in What's Love Got to Do with It.
Oh yeah.
You know, she's killing
yeah.
it. She's killing it.
Yeah,
What was
yeah,
she
yeah.
in before that? She's been in so many
She's
things.
been in so many things.
Like
Stella got a
classics.
groove back.
That's it. I was thinking about how Stella got a groove
Vampire in
back.
Brooklyn. We're talking about her being a vampire.
Right, Vampire in
But that
Brooklyn.
film's a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah. So anyway, a big problem that we had with that film was the way they handled T'Challa's death. Because on the one hand, you're saying that he's got an illness, right? He's taken a heart-shaped herb. The heart-shaped herb not only gives you superpowers, but it gives you, it makes you immune to all earthly diseases. Now, they could have come at it from an angle, and I spoke to a few Marvel heads about this. They could have come from an angle that they said, okay, after the snap, when he came back from the snap, he contracted a disease because of that, and nothing could cure him of it.
Right.
That would have worked.
Yeah.
But instead, you said the heart-shaped herb can save him. So you've negated, you know what I mean? Like he's already got the heart-shaped herb. He's already had it. So how is he getting a disease if you're saying the cure is the heart-shaped herb? That don't make no sense. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I had a big problem with that, and that kind of took me out of the film straight away. What other problems did you have with it?
I had a problem with it. Oh!
Yeah, but what specifically, though? What specifically?
Well, listen. This film, on reflection, was just the feminist's dream. That's the problem I had with it. All of the men were weak.
Apart from the villain.
Apart from the villain.
Yeah.
Subservient. And even at the end, he still had to, like, kneel before.
Yeah, but he's going to lose. He's a villain. So
Yeah.
I don't have an issue.
No, I don't have an issue with that. But it just left a bad taste in my mouth. The issue I had was the Riri Williams character.
Yes.
Like I said to you.
Yes.
Riri Williams was so one-dimensional.
Yeah.
She was like an old version of, remember what I said, Queen Latifah and Set It Off. Just like street. It was just all a bit too predictable.
The problem with Riri Williams, I 100% agree with you. The problem with Riri Williams is she was never a popular character in the comics. They've shoehorned her into a popular franchise in Black Panther to get eyes on her that will hopefully transfer to her Disney Plus show, Ironheart. But I don't think that's going to work.
No.
I personally don't think she was... Listen, I'm not dissing Dominic Thorne, but I don't think she was very good in the part. She didn't add anything to me.
No.
And she was very out of place in this film. Like, if you're talking about someone who's very technologically gifted, it would have been better to have her in an Ant-Man film with, you know, the guy who, you know, I forgot his character's name, Michael Douglas's character.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? It would have been better to have her in that sort of film.
Yeah.
But to have her in Black Panther, it just didn't gel.
Yeah, just some street chick who's really intelligent. It just no, I'm not buying it. I'm just not buying it because you know what? I'm not saying that your street dude or girl can't be like that, but when your brain operates on different levels, you move on different things. Different things interest you. I just didn't believe the character.
I just didn't buy it.
I didn't buy the character. And to make it worse, her tech was rubbish. Her B-Tech.
Do you know what? It's funny. It's funny.
Rubbish.
It's funny you say that because I thought the exact same thing watching it today.
Okay.
I didn't think that the other day.
Okay.
We watched it,
but you
I
had
think
time
that
to take it in.
Because when I'm watching it, I'm thinking, hold on a minute, didn't Iron Man have nanotech in his one? And how many years ago was that?
Long time.
So with her being in Wakanda of all places, shouldn't she at least have nanotech? Do you see what I'm saying?
For those that don't know nanotech?
Nanotech, you've all seen the Infinity War and Endgame, right? Nanotech is little miniature robots who can rebuild the suit as
and when.
If it gets damaged.
Yeah.
So
it was just like you said, they shoehorn that in. They shoehorn that in, and that was just terrible.
Yeah.
I'm just not rating it at all. So yeah, that character for me. We also, I also had a problem with Shuri. She did great work.
She did acting wise.
She's spot on. She's spot on,
especially as Shuri.
As Shuri, as Black Panther.
Yeah,
weren't buying it.
Yeah,
weren't buying it at all.
Yeah.
Like, not to. I hate to jump straight to the end, but when she's like Wakanda forever
and not only that,
I was just like, I don't believe you.
When she was in that ship with Namor, and she was like, I can't remember exactly what she said, but to the effect of, I'm gonna destroy you, and it sounds so forced.
Yeah, I didn't. She didn't believe it. It was, let alone us believe it. She didn't.
Yeah, it
believe
just sounds so cringe. And again, like we said in the beginning, you could have put on some muscle. You knew what the task ahead was going to be.
Yeah.
So you could have put on, some muscle mass. Eon. Shuri was not convincing. I wish Ramonda took the herb. Boy, with her physique, she probably could have, mate.
She could have took the herb.
Listen.
Everybody else's physique was somewhat believable.
Even before the film. Do you remember? Before the film, we were saying, we know Shuri's going to be Black Panther, but it should be either Okoye or Io, or even Lupita's character.
Right. I think Lupita would have been the most believable, and because she came, you see how she came in? She came in dominant. She came in to save the day. She come in, I believed that she was going to save the day. I believe she was going to save the day.
Yeah.
Big up my son who's watching right now.
Yes.
Leon Jr. But I believed. But Shuri, it was just too wishy-washy. I don't know what was going on. Like, I didn't believe her at any stage. One of those.
It's acting was great. Don't get me wrong.
I'm not saying it.
But as Black Panther, it just wasn't. It wasn't there. It wasn't convincing. And again, like I said, she knew the task that was in front of her. They should have made her bulk up. They should have made her. I don't know if she took any fighting arts lessons before, but my guess is no, because she didn't even bulk up. Like, so. I don't.
That would have been a default. That would have been a side effect of training.
Right.
You get in shape.
Right.
And you have to eat because you have to keep nutrition.
Exactly.
As a priority.
Yeah.
And I just don't think that people that are gifted with one of the most important characters, like when you get a Marvel, when cast in a Marvel, you need to be all you can be.
Yeah.
I'm not even saying she's got a bulk up, Larry. I'm saying just be. She looks underweight.
Well, then she's still got a
but you know what I'm saying. I'm not saying she's got to turn into no beefcake. I'm just saying she's got to be at least of, some sort of average build. She was underweight.
So Eon is also saying that this movie could really have been set during the blip with the exact same story, symbolically mourn Chadwick as a victim of the blip. The intro, that could have worked. The intro didn't make sense.
It
didn't make sense.
And he said she looked 15 years old.
Yeah.
And she does. She does. She looks like a child. Yeah. And I think that helped with the not believing the character.
Yeah.
Like not believing her as Black Panther.
Yeah.
I just didn't buy it. I didn't buy it by any stretch of the imagination. Definitely. And like I said in the beginning, is this all the males were subservient. All of them. And I just weren't feeling that. There was no camaraderie. There was no. The balance was off. For me, it felt like a rewrite. It felt like, T'Challa was missing.
Yeah.
Like bottom line, without a doubt, like that character, that central character, that powerful character, that you're ready to be a leader. Wasn't there. And like you said, Lupita, what's her name? The others?
The one who played Denai Guerrero who played Okoye, and Florence Kosumba who played Io.
Yeah, so even Okoye, I like that character. And I think she's got powerful presence.
Oh yeah.
When she comes on the screen, she's a powerful presence. So if you're gonna use someone, use one of them. You're using the little 15-year-old looking something.
Yeah.
I just didn't. Nah, it's just not.
And that was my gripe going into this film anyway, because I just didn't. I'll buy her Shuri all day long. She's fantastic in that role. Fantastic in that role. But as Black Panther, nah. Yeah, I'd rather seen M'Baku get it. To be honest with you, I'd rather seen M'Baku. If you're gonna choose a man, choose M'Baku. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Eon is now saying,
what's he saying?
Bruv, none of it made sense. T'Challa sounds like he had no common sense. You don't ask your sis for help till it's too late. You keep your kid from the safety of the most powerful. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah. I agree with that. Talking about his son at the end, and they're keeping him a secret. Why would you keep him a secret? Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like, why would you keep him away from all that?
When he died,
yeah,
Wakanda was under no threat. Yeah, powerful, safe. What safer place would there be?
Yeah,
to keep the heir.
Yeah.
To Wakanda.
Yeah.
Than in Wakanda.
Yeah.
But you're taking him to Haiti.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where anything can happen to him with just like
it's Haiti, you remember? Haiti's rough. You know what
listen.
I mean? Haiti's rough.
Like what? He's the heir to the throne.
Yeah.
He's the heir to the throne. He should be training since he was like 9 months old.
Exactly.
And be ready to be the king.
And Black Panther.
But yet you're keeping him in Haiti on the beach under some palm trees. I'm not feeling it. Like that didn't make sense.
Yeah, that didn't make sense.
If Wakanda was under threat or something was going on, then by all means, you're trying to save him, let him get a bit bigger, bring him back, whatever. Yeah. There was no need.
Yeah.
There was no need.
Yeah.
Even in the end, there was no need. They could have protected him.
Yeah. Oh, one thing I do have a gripe with the critical drinker, because he really slated this film, and I thought, again, I think a lot of reviewers have been a bit too harsh on this film. But one thing he did say that when I'm watching back today, I thought, I could come back on you on, come back at you with, is he was saying, at the end of the first Black Panther, they all decided, who's that? Eon again? The pressure of the throne is too much, so he'll never become king. I'm confused. Yeah, well, there you go.
We're all confused, bro.
So the critical drinker was saying Wakanda at the end of the first film agreed to share their resources with the rest of the world.
Yeah.
So they kind of reneged on that when the Queen is coming to the UN and they're saying, you've reneged on What you've got to remember is that there was a regime change.
Yeah.
As you've seen here, look, we've had a regime change within the same party.
Yeah.
And they've got completely different politics or different things that they're bringing in. So, yes, you've got T'Challa, who was all for sharing the resources, and now you've got Queen Ramonda, who is not for sharing the resources.
Yeah.
And you can understand why. So I disagree with the critical drinker where he was saying, no, that didn't make sense because you've already agreed, you've reneged on your agreement. No, T'Challa made that agreement.
And he's dead.
And he's dead. Queen Ramonda is now queen.
Yeah.
And she has a different set of rules.
Yeah.
So I don't agree with that. So that part did make sense to me.
And I still believe she could have been Black Panther.
Granny Panther.
You know them ones? She could have been Granny Panther.
Ian says, I didn't actually hate, by the way, but there's quite a few gripes. Yeah, me too. Ian.
I didn't hate it.
Me too.
I
didn't hate the film. I gave it a 7 out of 10. That's that's 70%. That's good.
50%.
That's him. 70% is a good film. But I was expecting more.
I was expecting 9.
I wasn't expecting 9. I was expecting 8. 9 was the first film. I was expecting 8.
Okay.
Because obviously we're not going to get 9 because Chadwick's not there. Automatically, that's not going to be. Do you know what I mean?
True.
You see what I'm saying?
True.
So
all right, 8.
So that's what I was expecting.
That makes sense.
That was and it kind of let me down a little bit. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. So the other.
Whatever great.
Let's go to a little positive one before we go to another gripe.
Okay, yeah.
I liked the way they set up Talokan in the sea.
Yeah.
Underworld city.
Brilliant.
fantastic. I think James Cameron.
The imagery.
Yeah.
Oh, it was a dream.
I think James Cameron's going to be looking at that thinking, you bastards. Because they kind of look, because a lot of them look like the people from Avatar with the blue, with their blue self. Yeah?
A little bit.
Who's that commenting? Mackie Swinging. It's not a bad film, but some of the writing was weak, man. I love the first film so much. 7.5 out of 10 for me. Love the channel, guys. Big up, Mackie. Big up. Yeah, man. That's pretty much what I thought as well. 7 out of 10 I gave it. But guys, if you want, so please send us some super chats, man. Ask some questions, send us super chats. It's, even just a little super chat. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, Talocan, the city was well done. That was fantastic.
Brilliant. I felt that was the part where I really felt the escapism in the film. When you watch a film and you just wanna be in there, you just forget the world. When they went underwater, I was there. I was in it. I was in it. I was submerged.
100%. 100%.
I was feeling it.
Yeah, I have to agree with you on that. The escapism part is very true. Like you really do lose yourself in that world, as you're in it with them. And I thought it was fantastic.
And another positive, what's his name? Namor. I loved his character.
A lot. See,
I really did. I don't know. It just chimed with me.
Some people have a problem with his character.
Yeah.
Some people have a problem with his character because he wasn't in great shape. I don't really have a problem with that. I don't really have a problem with that. But then some people are saying that he wasn't an intimidating villain. I disagree.
I disagree also.
I disagree.
Yeah.
He was very intimidating. And sometimes
I believed him.
Yeah. Because sometimes, when he was whispering to the Queen and he's right in her face like that, but he doesn't have to shout. We know as actors that sometimes stillness is power.
Yeah, less is more.
Yeah. You don't have to be shouting from the rooftops and whatnot. No. I could just be looking at you real mean and just be whispering.
Is that what you think?
Yeah.
Is that what? Okay. Instead of screaming,
yeah.
I'm gonna kill you all. Yeah, it don't make sense. First of all, yes, his shape. He
could have been in better shape.
But then we got Shuri, who was in no shape.
Right.
So it's not fair.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Right.
He looks better than 90% of brothers out there anyway.
Not lie.
Yeah, let's be honest. He's a bit smooth. All he needed to do was lean down.
Yeah.
Forget that. Forget that. He played the part well. I believed him. The way the character had so much depth to it that we could see what he was trying to do, how he was trying to protect. He was just doing what he thought was right. Yeah. And I believed it. Yeah. Because there's in a lot of these superhero things, sometimes the villain it's just not enough. I want to take over the world. Why? Because your mum slapped you once.
Yeah.
Like, it's just not enough.
Well, just because I can.
Yeah, just because I can. I want the power.
Yeah.
But he was I felt it.
Yeah. Yeah.
If I was part of that world, I could get on board with what he's saying.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? If you can get on board with what he was saying, then there's a chance that he's very believable, and I thought he played a great part. And I'd like to see him again.
I think you will see him again. Yeah, you will see him again because Namor in the comics is a staple. He's a staple.
Yeah. I don't know the comics like Larry.
I think you'll see him again definitely.
Yeah, so that'd be good to see. So that was definitely a positive.
Yeah.
What else we got?
Positives.
The acting. We'll go back to the acting again.
From who specifically?
All of them. I don't think anyone apart from Riri Williams was poor.
Okay.
And I don't even think she was poor. She was just like poorly cast and poorly written for, and just you.
Yeah, I think she's poorly written.
It's not her fault. It's not her fault. Do you know what I mean? She did what she was supposed to do or told to do.
Yeah.
You can see that.
Yeah.
What else could she do?
Yeah.
So that was great. I was a bit pissed that Angela Bassett died.
Yeah. Right. So that's another big gripe.
That's a massive gripe.
That's a massive gripe. I wasn't expecting that because I remember I said to you, I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah. Neither was I.
Yeah. But I don't think that was a good move.
No.
And because, look, the death of T'Challa should have been more than enough motivation to do what you need to do to drive you you know what I mean, to wherever you want to go in this film, right? Having another death, it kind of just cheapens the deaths. Do you see what I'm saying? It's like, oh,
and she drowned as well.
Yeah,
she drowned.
I need to get motivated, so let's have another death.
Yeah, my mum and dad are dead, and my brother and my
It's what? So who's gonna die next? Your dog? Yeah, it you know what I mean? Again, it smacks of lazy writing. It smacks of
quick.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
so
like last minute. All right, she dies, saves Riri Williams. Oh, what's she saving Riri Williams for? Left her, man. Like, no, but in the grand... listen. In the grand scheme of things, yeah, this whole war was because they were supposed to turn her over.
Right, so that was another big gripe.
Right.
That was another big gripe that I had with this film. So check it, and the Critical Drinker brought this up. Check it. So... Namor wants the scientist, which is Riri Williams, who made the thing.
Right.
Why do you want the scientist? Do you think killing the scientist then means, oh, we can now not build this machine anymore?
Right. Because it's been built now.
Everyone's got, they got the design and whatever.
Right.
They can build another one.
Yeah.
So what does killing the scientist actually achieve?
Listen.
Another bit of lazy writing.
It's like, if you make heroin, why killing you ain't gonna help? I'm the one that's distributing it all over the world.
Once it's out there, how to make it. It's out there.
It's out there.
It's out there.
So that was a bit silly.
You know what I mean?
And if I'm
Josephine, our good friend Josephine, big up Josephine.
Yeah.
She goes, I didn't like her death, but I think it's because it wasn't properly executed. The follow through was weak.
Yeah.
All
of it. She died rubbishly, and it's rubbishly a word, by the way. Rubbishly.
I don't think that's
probably
a word,
not,
bro.
but it was a poorly written death. Yeah. And for me, she was the defining character in this Black Panther.
I actually spoke to Josephine before we came on air.
Okay.
And I said, and I think you said it before anyway, she carried the film.
She carried the film. She gave the film legs. When she sat down, to the UN and addressed them and put everyone in their place.
Oh, yeah.
And then marched in the soldiers that tried to teeth up the place.
And bro, even the little things that she did, like you and I both know as actors, it's the little things that make a massive show. Yeah. So when she came to sit down, she sat down. She didn't even say a word. She just had her hand on the table and she was tapping it.
Yeah.
Like to say, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
not only that, did you see her traps? Yeah. She sat down and she's cut. She's in her 60s and she's cut. Yeah. So I'm telling you, it makes a difference.
Oh yeah, 100%.
She sat down there powerfully.
100%. She probably got a pump on before the scene, you know what I mean?
She probably done a shoulder workout. She done some lateral raises. I know she did. But either way, that's conveying the whole message. She knew what she was doing, and like you said, she carried it. She carried it, and it, like you said, it cheapened it when they killed her.
Yeah.
And going back to what I was going to say, because we digressed a little bit, but
okay.
I
go back to the machine.
I'm not trying to save Riri Williams at the risk of my whole island going to war. Are you doing that?
Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah.
No, are you? As the king of Wakanda, they want some queen. No, but I'm saying you.
Yeah.
So, say you're the king.
Yeah.
And you know they're a powerful force.
Yeah.
And they want some little dibby girl. Yeah. Where's the scientist? Well, she's over there, blood. I'm not risking one death of my country for that. Like, it's got nothing to do with me.
Yeah, but obviously we knew they were going to, because
we knew they were going to,
she's got Ironheart.
Right.
But so here's another gripe that I've got that relates to the machine. So as we said, it makes no sense, Namor saying that, let's bring the scientist to me so I can kill the scientist, because the plans for the damn machine would have been in someone else's hands anyway.
Yeah.
So
the government.
Killing the scientist makes no sense, right? But also, do you remember when he gave them the horn to blow when they find the scientist?
Yeah.
But they went and found the scientist anyway, because remember, that's how they had to fight.
Yeah.
In America.
Yeah.
So that didn't make any sense.
No.
So what was that meeting all about then? that meeting made no sense then, didn't it?
Bruh.
You see what I'm saying? So this is what and it's only watching it back today again for the second time that have made me realise that. Do you know what I mean? Firstly, seeing that how killing the scientist makes no sense, and then seeing that when they went to after they told them get the scientist, and then they're going to find the scientist anyway. So
yeah,
what was the point of that scene?
Boy.
You know what I mean? I don't understand what that was all about. Like, and then. So my thing also was that big scene at the end, the big fight at the end with the Wakandas and the Talokans.
Yeah,
it really made Wakanda look weak.
They would have got murked.
Well, they were back until
there was
Shuri,
a couple of them left.
Until Shuri
getting took off the boat. Yeah,
right, that's what I'm saying. They were all about to fall off the boat.
Yeah,
until Shuri and Namor came like together. So all this about Wakanda being a powerful nation, I didn't even see many soldiers there apart from the Dara Milaje and a couple of the Jabari.
Yeah, right.
And you know what I mean? Like
they would have got murked. Wakanda would have been finished.
I didn't get the feeling that Wakanda was this powerful nation that they were making out to be.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
No.
I just didn't get that feeling.
Like in the first one.
Right.
Like when in the first one you knew like Wakanda was not to be effed with.
And don't get me wrong, I understand to a certain extent that you have to show that the Talukans having vibranium as well are powerful.
Yes.
But you can't take away from Wakanda's power as well. Do you see what I'm saying? It's very similar to what they did with Thanos and the Hulk.
And the Hulk.
They made Thanos whoop Hulk's ass
like
just to show, like he was a little kid, just to show how powerful Thanos is.
And they didn't need to do that.
They didn't need to do that. They did
all
not
it takes
need
is
to
for
do
one
that.
person to edge it and win. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it'd be a proper fight.
Yeah.
One man edge it.
You know what I
and then
mean?
win.
So then it's similar to that in a way. I just didn't feel Wakanda's power in this film as I did in the first one. You know what I mean?
Yeah. This is me just being silly, but it's even that they're on the sticks and they're walking on the boat slowly. Listen, these people are from the sea, you know. Right? Just run at them, drop them in the sea. They've won. Do you know what I'm saying? Like drown their bombers. It would have been that straightforward.
Nigel, we got a Nigel commenting. So we have a superpower that has a force field around their land to keep the unwanted out, but the Latinx bad guys invade this barrier by crossing through a river to breach.
Right.
And to defeat the leader, Latinx bad guy.
Right.
They hurt him by drying off his back. So his back is wet. And he's from where? So his back is wet.
You see? You think like me, Nigel. Nigel, I hear you.
Yeah.
I hear you. And I've got no argument.
Yeah.
I've got no argument. Yeah. He got through the barriers.
Yeah.
How? Swimming.
How?
He swam through.
How? And
they didn't say how, did they?
With all their technological advancements, remember they were talking about that after. They didn't see him on the thing. They didn't see him on the radar, whatever. How? How did you not see him? How did you not see him? Nigel then goes, how racist, laugh out loud.
Well.
Oh, I get it. I'm not going to say the word, but...
Yeah.
I get it. I'm not going to say the... But yeah, I get where you're coming from, Nigel. I got lost there, but yeah. I'm not going to say it though, yeah. But well done, Nigel. Well done, man. Well done.
Nigel,
yeah, I had a big problem with that. Like, how did he get through? You're supposed to be a technologically advanced country. You're supposed to see, because at that time he didn't come for war. So you're supposed to see a man coming by himself from the sea.
Yeah.
Like you're supposed to see that.
And why didn't he just come and knock the door? Because like you said, at that time he never come for no war.
Yeah.
Knock the door and say, can I just speak to the Queen, please?
Yeah.
And I'm sure they would have let him because he had wings on his feet. If a man comes, knocks on the door, he's got wings on the feet.
Yeah.
I said, you can chat to Larry, man. He's here.
Yeah.
See you later, Larry. Yeah, cool.
But as I said, man, M'Baku was criminally underused.
Oh.
Criminally underused. Your big alpha male there. And it just
beta male. They made him a beta male.
Every time he opened his mouth, it was gold. He came in the first
Bald-headed
scene.
demon.
Right. Remember, even that scene, before he said that, he came in munching a carrot. Like, like, you know, like...
regular.
You know what I mean? And he's like, yeah, so let's kill this fish, man.
Yeah.
What's this, Nigel? All males in the MCU now are beta. Well, let's see. Not entirely.
Who ain't?
I'll say Falcon isn't yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen to his language, Nigel.
Yeah.
Man said yet, you know.
And Bucky yet.
Okay.
Although they've depowered Bucky a bit because he wasn't very effective in Falcon and Winter Soldier. You notice?
Yeah.
Like how he was in Winter Soldier. He was murking everyone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. But you're right. They're really emasculating the men. That's what I feel.
I wouldn't go that far.
Nigel, you would go that far, wouldn't you?
But I feel like something's going on. This film was so female centric, it was unreal. And I've got no problem with females in the film. Nigel goes, hell yeah, I would.
Right.
I've got no problem with females in even leading a superhero film. Got no problem with that. I think they struck the right balance in the first film. Because no one could tell me the females weren't bosses in that film.
They were all bosses.
Right. But it didn't take away from the men.
No.
And this is what I'm talking
about.
about.
And the men didn't take away from the women.
Right. Even Okoye putting her spear to Daniel Kaluuya, her husband.
Yeah.
I had no problem with that. No problem. She's a general. Like and he's a traitor. She's showing her love for her country. Yeah. Do you see what I'm saying? Yeah. So I've got no problem. But I just felt like this film kind of just said, well, the men are gonna have to take a back seat now. Do you know what I mean? And knowing that Chadwick is not going to be there, it just it didn't feel right. It didn't feel right.
There was no testosterone in this film. Yeah? There was just bare estrogen.
And again, they kind of made the same mistake, you know, the Thanos Hulk thing we were talking about. They did it when the first time M'Baku saw Namor. He goes, the fish man. When they were flooding Wakanda, and then he goes to hit him, and then he just punches his chest and has him flying. And he's It's a similar kind of thing, but I could take that because Namor's got powers where M'Baku hasn't.
No,
so I get that. That's cool.
It's just a strong black person. I'm gonna use the words I would use.
Please don't.
No.
Nigel says the problem is just like when that bird was ran through with a spear. Yeah. Women in the MCU or Star Wars, for that matter, ever get hurt or challenged. Yeah. I had a big problem with that final scene. Remember the final scene, the final fight, when he put a spear through her. Remember they were fighting on the desert?
Oh, yeah.
And he put a spear through her. Like, how's she just walking it off?
Oh, yeah. And
remember,
she broke it off.
Yeah, because he was trying to go for water. She just chopped it off, pulled herself off of it, and now all of a sudden she can just flip over and face him again.
Yeah.
Like, how does that work?
Healed.
Yeah, I know you've got the heart-shaped herb, but still, come on, it takes a while for you to recover.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
it's not instantaneous.
Right. You're not Wolverine.
Yeah. You don't get a spear through your liver and then you're all right.
You know what I mean? Because then that just proves my point as to why did Chadwick die if he took the heart-shaped herb and he's dying of some illness. You know? So there you go.
It's just the holes. So as we can see, there's just a multitude of holes in the plot. There's always holes. That's fine, but there were just too many, and this was, like you said, too female centric. Like it was just over the top.
Yeah,
this was a feminist delight. This film. Do you know what I mean? I'm sure they made it.
I wouldn't go that far, but it took away from the guys. It did took away from the guys, and even a lot of females are saying that. Yeah. It's not just males.
No, because I've been looking around at the reviews because I'm thinking, am I just thinking this by myself? And it's not that. Yeah. It's not that. I just want balance. I'm not even saying, the man has to save the day because he's a man. Like I'm not coming from that. I'm just coming from. Let's just balance it a bit. This some of it, Shuri. Yeah. Wakanda forever. Really?
Yeah,
I don't believe
I
you.
weren't buying it. I
No.
weren't buying it, man.
Not for a second.
Not for a second. Not for a second. I did like the line though when she took the heart-shaped herb. She went to the ancestral plane after seeing Killmonger, which we'll go into because I really like. That's one part I did like. Right. So she after she came back from that. And then she got vexed because she only saw Killmonger. Yeah. And then she punches that thing and it goes flying. Yeah. And then Riri was like, can I get some of that? Yeah. If that was me, I wouldn't even be asking. I would just grab the thing and drink it.
That's the same thing we said. What film was that as well? Where we took the what was it?
What film?
Was it Moon Knight? Where he stole the medicine. I can't even remember. It's going to come back to me. Yeah.
Yeah, man. But, that ancestral plane scene with Killmonger really worked with Michael B. Jordan.
With the ladies.
I knew he had to come back. I knew he had to come back because he's always in a Ryan Coogler film.
They should call him Beefmonger.
He's always in a Ryan Coogler film. But I wasn't sure how they're going to bring him back. And the way they brought him back,
that was actually quite good.
That was really good.
It was a nice touch.
It was.
She expected to see someone else.
Yeah, like her mom or T'Challa or you know what I mean. And she sees Killmonger because obviously she's all about vengeance now. Yeah, and that's what he was on. Yeah, he was just about vengeance. So, and that dynamic that they had and that conversation that they had where. He was just telling her, are you going to take care of business like me or are you going to be noble like your brother? Yeah. You know what I mean? So, it really hit home. That scene really hit home, man. But, anything else?
Nah, man. That's it.
So, are you still sticking with your rating, yeah?
Yeah, it's a definite 5.
Okay.
5.
Okay, I'm still sticking
with
it
saying at the box office at the moment?
At the moment.
Yeah, is it flying or is it slowing?
It is.
I know it's doing well.
He is doing well.
I know it's doing well.
Let's have a look.
They might get their money back. Yeah, I want to see what the box office is saying. Because I want to know if it's going to stall.
No, I think it's gonna
do $1 billion still.
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think it's gonna do $1 billion. But yes.
Let's see. So this was 21 hours ago. And Hollywood Reporter is saying that it's gone past 400 million globally.
Okay.
So that's not bad. That was
So it's on track, but we will see.
And how long ago, so it's been out a week now.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's steady progress. That's not doing better than Black Adam.
So even if it has a 50% drop, which is not bad, globally, that's another 200 mil. Well, we'll have to wait and see. But I think that we can wrap it up now. Yeah. So guys, that was our spoiler review live stream of Wakanda Forever. Thank you for being with us again. We will obviously be doing some more live streams at some point. But for me
and I,
goodbye.
Farewell. Peace. Right, do you remember how to stop this thing?
No.
I'm gonna go for X.